Shashi, how do you see what's playing out? The fact is that in Kerala, of course, beef is legal. In Delhi, it is not. But this was not beef. It was buffalo meat, but called beef fry. Beef is used as a catch-all phrase. Do you believe that do you believe when the Delhi Police Commissioner makes the argument that he simply had to send his men because a law and order situation could have arisen, he has a point?
No, he doesn't have a point, because there are certain procedures. This is not a public commercial establishment. It's property of the state government. There is a resident commissioner whom the police should have contacted saying, we have a complaint in the police control room. Do you mind if we come and check it out? There's a controller of Kerala House who could have been notified. Nobody was told. 20 cops just march in as if the most important thing that 20 Delhi policemen have to do in Delhi is to see what people are eating in Kerala House, which is absolutely outrageous. On top of that, throughout in our country, the word beef doesn't only mean cow meat. It includes buffalo, it includes water buffalo, it includes ox, it includes bull. And the fact is that all of this is widely known, which is why the BJP itself has explained away the fact that under Mr. Modi, we have become the world's largest beef exporters, because they point out it's mainly these other kinds of meat.
Yes.
So they know all this. For them to overreact the way they did, Kerala House, being a government establishment, buys its meat from NDMC approved outlets. It doesn't buy anything illegal. It buys it from something that the New Delhi government essentially authorizes. Now, in these circumstances, this was a complete overreaction, because the instinct of the authorities in India today is to appease the worst elements of our society rather than to really stand up for individual freedoms.
What would you have had,
Shashi,
what would you have had the police do instead? What would you have wanted the police to do? Because the police commissioner argued with me in his interview that if a police control room gets a call and beef is illegal, both possession, and he means cow meat, possession and slaughter, then what should the police have done?
They should have telephoned the resident commissioner of Kerala House first, said, we've got such a complaint, is there any basis to it? The guy could have told them on the phone, look, when we say beef, we mean buffalo. We buy our meat from NDMC outlets. End of story. There would have been no need for all this drama. Even if they'd gone, instead of a raid with 20 police officers, if one police officer, with the permission of the commissioner, had gone to the kitchen to satisfy himself, that too could have been enough. But the fact is, you don't have a Delhi police establishment challenging the conduct of a state government. I mean, that is in and of itself constitutionally inappropriate. On top of that, what are the priorities of the Delhi police? I mean, for God's sake, what you're basically saying is that law and order is threatened by hooligans. Well, then take care of the hooligans. Don't go to a law-abiding state government.
Let me ask you a last question before I open this up for a debate. The fact is, it's got politicized. You've seen 3 chief ministers coming together, the chief minister of Kerala, Arvind Kejriwal, even Mamata Banerjee, jumping in, making this a debate about federalism. The fact is, the BJP turns, and BJP supporters turn back, Shashi, and say that the Congress too has a sketchy record on upholding individual right to consume what you want to. And you know that, you have leaders like Digvijay saying taking credit for the Congress being the first among parties to actually ban cow slaughter in so many states. We do not actually hear enough Congress leaders making the point that this is an individual freedom. Instead, we see the Congress too play a version of what some call soft Hindutva.
Now look, I'm a vegetarian myself, and I have said all along that the beef ban / meat ban is not about beef or meat. It is about freedom. It's about your decision and my decision to eat what we choose to eat. I may be repelled by the idea of eating a dead animal. You may not be, but I don't challenge your right to do to put what you want to into your mouth. That's the fundament of our democracy. You speak about federalism. In our federal system, it varies from state to state. There are some states like Kerala, Bengal and Nagaland where neither cow slaughter nor the consumption of beef is illegal. There are states like Delhi where both the slaughter and the consumption of beef are illegal. And in that case, it cannot be done and the law must not be broken. In a federal system, each state is entitled to do that, and the Congress Party created a federal system in which that is possible. But the Congress Party still stands for freedom within the laws of each state. And at the same time, it stands for constitutional propriety, where certainly there should have been respect for the rights of a state bhavan in the national capital, and there should at least have been a polite inquiry instead of a raid. Let me add one more thing. This is reflective of a larger malaise. There is a climate of intolerance that is running rampant in this country today, which has unfortunately been condoned by the silence and acquiescence of the most highest powerful authorities in our country. They have allowed people to behave like this. The result is the international image of India is being sullied. You look at foreign coverage of India in the last month, it's all about this kind of thing, the lynchings, the killings of rationalists, the Dadri incident, and the beef bans. And today we have 50 African heads of state here in Delhi who all eat beef. What are they going to think when they see the news today? I have a Bangladeshi friend visiting me who says that pro-Indians like him are on the back foot, are emboldened by the image of India they're reading in their newspapers and seeing in their media. There are much bigger things at stake, easing a few Hindutva activists. And I beg the government to put the national interest first.